What's up, everyone? Today's video is my 6-month update. My car currently has 3,834 miles. It's been 6 months and 3 days, so I really don't drive a ton, but I have a bunch of videos out there. If you haven't seen my other ones, check them out. This morning's ride to work is what you're looking at right now. It's about 7.5 to 8 miles, and I got 50.1 miles per gallon for this for that single ride alone. It says in 37 minutes, but that's because my wife called at the end of my drive, and I've been talking to her and didn't shut the car off yet. So speaking of gas, I'm gonna switch now to about a week ago when my last fill up was, and show you that. I'm on my way to get gas. As you can see, I got 1 mile left on this tank, and I've averaged 40.8 miles per gallon. I don't know exactly, but I know I've gone over 450 miles on this tank, so I'm going to look that up and figure it out. Hopefully I make it to the gas station. I'm about 2 miles away. Yeah, so I'm really not worried about getting to the gas station. I think that this estimate is a very safe one. I'm sure I could go another, I'm not sure, but 10, 15, possibly over 20 miles. I know with our Toyota Sienna we've pushed it at least 10 miles past when it was at 0. I'm not suggesting you do this, but it'd be interesting to see how many gallons of gas this takes. I forget how many gallons the gas tank holds, but I'll look that up too. I made it to the gas station. The thing doesn't go to 0, it just says refuel. How fancy. So last time I got gas was at 3,203 miles. So it's been 483 miles. That's a long ways. Wow. And I haven't gotten gas since 5/20. It's been over a month, or right around a month. I don't even know what today's date is. I think it's the 26th. So it's been well over, like a month and a week. But I do have another car that I've been using here and there. Bottom line is in this last month plus, I've driven, I guess, 483 miles in this car. Well, let's see how much gas it takes. Apparently, it's June 28th. It's just been one of those weeks. I don't even know what the day is or if I'm coming or going. Well, there you go. It took just over 12. I thought it was going to take more, but I have it do it itself. I use this little thing here to lock it on. We're at 483 miles, which is not on there. I just know that from the math of the miles. We got 12 gallons, so 483 divided by 12.019. I got 40.18. So the onboard computer was within a half mile again. It's pretty close. Pretty impressive. But I will say, this is this is driving like really slow and not so slow, but really slow takeoffs and light acceleration, and not being in a rush and whatnot. So I don't, oh, this is a big thing. I don't use air conditioning. I didn't that whole tank. I think I used it one trip that was like 5 miles, and I couldn't believe the difference I got. It was like the MPGs were like 31 instead of 41. So I decided for that tank not to do that. So maybe not the most real world showing, but if you don't need AC, I'm a Windows guy. Speaking of, it's hot in here right now. Some pretty good numbers. Another thing that kind of drives me nuts with this car is opening the rear hatch. You have to do it that way. You can't do it manually. It's not a huge deal, but it's a little slow. Where my Sienna here, I can just go up to and pull open either way. Or with the remote to the Sienna, it's power. It's just a lot quicker than waiting for this thing. Same with down. If you want to push it, it just starts going. But it's power only. And at times, especially if it's locked, let me lock it here. At times I go up to it and I push the thing, and like nothing happens. Push it again. Okay, so now it like unlocked. I just want it to open. Push it again. See, and then finally there it went. But that's very common that you go up to it. It seems like you have to push it many times. Where if it could just be like this, and you lift, I feel it's a lot quicker. Not a huge deal, just a little pet peeve of mine. Something else I wish they had improved here is the sunroof controls. Maybe all Toyotas are this way, I'm not sure, but it's got these two buttons. So if you want to go up, you hit that and that's what it does. It puts it up like that. Now if you want to open it, it doesn't work. You have to first close it, then hit open. You have to hold it for like 2 seconds and it will open. And not a huge deal, it's just, I think my other cars, they just had one button. So you could push, you know, like here, if you wanted it to go up, you'd push this up, and then when you want it to open, you kind of slide it this way, and it would be smart enough to, you know, go back down and open on your behalf. I do like that it has this sunshade, or wind deflector, not sunshade. That part is nice and does help with the volume of the wind in the car. It decreases that. And then it does close automatically, so that's good. Nothing big, but just something I figured I'd show. One last thing I will talk about is the radio and the Bluetooth and email and text messaging. Bluetooth is phenomenal. My phone rings, it tells me on the screen I have an incoming call, who it's from, the whole nine. I can either touch this screen to answer the phone, or I normally just use this button to answer and hang up the phone. One thing that doesn't work at all for me, and my cell phone that I have connected to this is a Samsung Galaxy S4. So they have a 7 out now, so the 4 is an older model, but I don't know why I would have an issue here. It connects just fine. So if I hit this phone button here, then in the upper right you can push this mail button, and you can toggle here between your text messages and your emails. It works fine, and it will read them to you and all that. The issue is the notifications. It won't tell me right away. There's like a huge delay. Normally, it's very rare it even tells me. So I'll hear my phone beep, you know, that I've gotten a text message or an email, and most of the time I'll keep driving for 15-20 minutes and it won't even tell me. Other times I'll get in the car and I'll have had new emails during the day, and after like 10 minutes it'll tell me I have new emails, but really they're not new. I had already read them. It's just new to the car, I guess. I don't even know. So hopefully it's just syncing up with my phone. That's the issue, or some setting I'm missing, but that part needs to be worked on. So there's 3 things that, you know, bug me about this car. I mean, they're all minor, and I really had to think hard to come up with those 3, because, you know, the sunroof's really not a big deal, and that rear hatch, it's nice, it's power. It's just sometimes I just want to be quick with it, and it's a nuisance, but I guess we can't have everything. And what else did I put on there? Oh yeah, and this thing with its text messages and emails being delayed. Hopefully that's just an issue with it's syncing up with my phone. But so if you're considering this car and you think the interior's a little funky, I agree with you. You know, I don't know that Toyota is really known for having the best interiors. Then again, I don't know who is. I am quite used to it now, and I don't mind it at all. I think it's fine. Maybe I'm not picky. But what I will say, when I first started looking at these RAV4s, I thought the interior layout was a little weird. It's been a short 6 months, and I actually like it now. I have no complaints. I think it's still a very comfortable car, whether you choose leather or cloth. It's a comfortable car. It's a big car up front. I'm 6'4". My knee here has plenty of space. I'm not hitting anything weird. My kids behind me have enough space. They're three-year-old twins in car seats. They never complain it's too small. As far as mechanically, the car's been fine. I did post that one video that the radio was freezing. That happened 2 or 3 times in this 6-month period. I don't think it's happened in the last 2 months. You know, I bought this car for the ability to have a bigger car. I call this a CUV. It's not a car, it's not an SUV, it's right in the middle. It's a crossover, whatever you want to call it. It's all-wheel drive, and it gets 40 miles per gallon. On the high end, I'd say. You know, you can get 40, which I've proved. Maybe I could do better. I could definitely do worse. You know, I was at first averaging in the mid-30s, which I'm still happy with. It's a Toyota. Resale on a Toyota, most people will not argue, is awesome. They keep their value. And many... Oh, I don't know if you saw that, but the car in front of me was turning right. I knew it was going to turn right and get out of my way. I didn't touch the brake at all. And the car noticed that, got a little nervous, and that whole display there in between the 2 tacks lit up red, said brake, and beeped. I think if I didn't do anything and the car didn't move, the RAV4 would have braked for me. I've seen that happen many times where the brake light comes on, but I've never felt the brakes engage at all. I fortunately have never needed that and hope to never need that. Well, there you go. It's another thing. This car has a lot of safety features. It's good on gas. It's comfortable. I'm not saying it's the greatest car in the world. It fits what I wanted very well. I wanted a car that was big enough for me and my family as a second car. Even we have a minivan, so that's really my big car. But I wanted to be able to tow things, and I wanted to be able to drive around at work because I have to drive between schools and get good MPG. And so far I've been really happy with this car. If you're looking for a CUV and you feel they're all the same, I'd say there's no other one like this that gets miles per gallon like this one does at this time. I know there's some coming out in the future, but they're not here just yet. I just got to my destination. I'm going to wrap this video up. But on closing, I wanted to show you that, let's see, I just drove from work to the grocery store about 7 miles, air conditioner on, still got 33.5 mpg, still quite respectable, and well worth it on a warm day like today. It's really humid out there. I've been using the air conditioner, this whole tank. I'm at about a quarter of a tank down, so 3/4 of a tank. I've gone around 100 miles since filling up, and I'm averaging 38.1 mpg. So that's it for my 6-month update. Take care, guys. Thank you for watching my videos. If you haven't seen my other ones, please check them out. Please give me thumbs up if you like them. That will encourage me to make more. And whatever you drive, drive safe.